Destabilizing Foundations, Episode 20.
The world of Ae'oene contains stories with mature themes. Content warnings are in the episode description. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the world of Ae'oene Stories of Legend, Episode 20. Man, fun story. Yesterday, I recorded the bonus episode that hopefully, not guaranteed, but hopefully releases right after this episode. I'm so sorry to the cast members because, fun fact, everybody, we do have the cast here. Rennie, Jack, MJ, they're all here. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Sapheara is not here because, as you guys know, Maeve is not currently with the party.
Sapheara's here in spirit and also Discord.
Oh my God, Sapheara's in Discord. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hi, Sapheara. Good morning. I recorded with her yesterday, but I've got a challenge today as a DM. So it's going to be fun. And cast members, I hope you all understand once you get to go listen to that. But I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you are ready for a very fun and interesting episode 20. We've got a lot to get through and a specific place to go to get everybody back together. And, we, as cast, I think we are all tired of having a split party. So let's see if we can do that today. Everybody on board for that?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yes, please.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's get into this. As we had last left off, Thalira had just finished the meeting with several of the leading convoy of the ambassadors from the Aether. Kiara's, what would you say, right hand, left hand, similar to the Lord's right hand, left hand, all of them at the meeting. Got a little tense at times, certain accusations being thrown, but at the end of it, Kiara surprisingly offered a job to Thalira and her friend. Whether that will be accepted is yet to be seen. We'll revisit that. Because right now she has something more pressing to deal with, and that is finding Maeve, and also seeing what's taken Kaldin and Jellen so long. And speaking of Kaldin and Jellen, last we left off with them, they had blacked out in the sewers of a very cold city that we're pretty sure Kaldin thinks is Undor. So, as we return back to Thalira, worried and stressed, as Sally is leading you back to the apartment complex that Maeve's apartment, as well as you all's from last night, is at. Sally turns to you just outside the apartment complex. Okay, Thalira, I'm going to have to leave you here. I hope that's okay. I have a lot to take care of, and I just want to say thank you. The events of the last day or two have been very stressful and traumatic, and I've been thinking a lot on how to address this. Obviously, I am emotional given everything that's happened, but Maeve she's very dear to me. I almost view her as a daughter, and I know it's been hard to process these emotions given what happened. I've never been through an event at the ball like that. It's a lot, but I have to steel myself. Maeve looks to me as the person who gets things done. And for me, as a human, it's been very hard trying to keep up with elves who have lived so much longer than me. But I do it, and I'm strong at it, I'm good at it. And I don't want that view she has of me to fade. And I think that's extremely important here. So I need to leave you to find her. As well as I'm the woman who gets things done. Maeve is, and she's told me you are as well.
I do what I must, yes.
I'm just gonna have to trust you to bring her back. She says you're a protector. I'm gonna have to trust her word.
I'll get her back.
Okay, I'm gonna go take care of business, because Finland is a little unpredictable right now, so good luck.
You too. I'll see if Jellen and Kaldin are back. They hopefully will have some more information.
Sounds good. She gives a slight bow out of respect and turns and walks with haste and gusto back towards the World Council building.
Okay. And Thalira will go into the apartment and shout for Lou and Kiro Well, I'm back. It went about as well as possible, but are Kaldin and Jellen here?
And just to make sure, did you go inside the apartment?
Yeah, she enters the apartment.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Okay, yeah, out of the doors, Kiro comes out looking fully in armored at this point, and having gotten ready, and so much so that he had enough time where you can see he yawns a bit. Oh, what took you so long?
I had to meet with a bunch of high position authorities. They were pretty pissed about what happened. For good reason. There was a big security breach.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, I've been napping because I didn't know what the fuck's going on, so can you catch me up?
There was a big security breach. I had a meeting with everyone. We worked it out. They are looking into it. We are off the hook. And I took a contract to find the truth of what is going on. The Piara Bhakti and the rest of the druids are not pleased that Zorel Gog's name is in the mud here, and they want me to try to clear it. I told them I'm not going to take a contract to clear their name, but I will take a contract to find the truth, and yeah.
He's kind of just eyes furrowed and looking at you, trying to just process everything that you just said. That's a lot.
It is a lot, but we still have to find Maeve, and where the hell are Kaldin and Jellen? It shouldn't take this long.
Oh, hell if I know. Lou...
They were going to what, what district was it? Blanking on the name, but anyway, the district where they go buy shit, the market district. They were going to the market district, and they should have been back by now. I guess we'll give them another hour or so, and if they're not back, Lou, would you be able to sniff them out?
Lou looks up at you and nods her head and immediately turns around and begins to walk back out of the apartment as, with extreme confidence, you've seen her track before and smelling, obviously, and it doesn't appear like she's actively looking for the scent and tracking. She's walking with the confidence as if she's already picked it up and knows where part of it is.
We don't have to go immediately. Like, I don't want to rush out if they're on their way back. That just will cause problems. But let's give it a moment.
Lou turns around and looks at you and then just plops her rear end on the ground.
You doing okay?
She nods her head.
Yeah. And Thalira kind of plops down on the ground next to her and puts her arm over her. I'm glad you are.
She leans her head into your, I guess height-wise, it would probably be the side of your abdomen.
Yeah.
And just kind of lets out a sigh.
Fuck, this is bad.
Well, if you two lovebirds are done.
Kiro, the fuck?
What? Okay, sorry.
Not the time.
Okay, you're right. Regardless, I'm not one to stand around now that I know what's going on, because, my God, I was just a couple days behind and y'all got into such a mess. I mean, you're right if they come back and we left, and then it just creates a harder problem and more time taken, but, I mean, there's three of us. I can stick around just in case they come back, and you two could go, since Lou can track.
I don't know. Fuck. Okay. Hang on. I need a minute to think. And Thalira stands up and starts pacing. We need somebody here just in case. And I want, if something bad happens, Kiro, you have to get home.
I mean, they'd be fine without me, but yeah, I'd like to get home at some point.
I was going to take you on smaller kinds of adventures and things where you couldn't be put in too much danger because the clan needs you.
Thalira, I can handle myself, but I understand what you're saying. And hey, we've had some well, I've had some fun adventures. But listen, you're part of the clan. If you need me, I'm there, but I also trust you to handle yourself, so this is your decision to make.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna roll the dice because I am also having decision paralysis, and I'm going to let chance decide. Roll high for Kiro to stay. I'm rolling a d20. That's a 12. Kiro stays.
Okay.
I think we'll be okay. You stay here just in case they get back.
I can do that. Before you go, though, where's the closest tavern? I don't know my way around the city yet.
Don't get yourself in too much trouble. I know
man
you.
Just likes to have a little fun.
I know you. Don't get in too much trouble. It's half a block to the left.
All right.
Remember, we are in the Noble District. This is a very nice place. The drinks will be expensive, and you have to be on your best behavior if you go to the nearest tavern.
Understood. Understood.
If you want a tavern more your style. And she gives him directions about half a mile away.
Yeah, to the sleeping dragon. All right. He smiles a bit and smirks, and then he gets serious. And for a moment as well, you can see the change in his demeanor. And to be honest, I think this might be good. One of the reasons I came with you was to understand how the rest of the world works. From what I've gathered from what you're saying, this is the World Union. This is where leaders meet.
It is.
This might be just where I need to be.
Especially if you are going to become a leader.
I got a lot to learn. You be safe.
You too. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right, let's go, Lou.
Lou gets up. Surprisingly, she turns around and goes up on her hind legs and gives a bear hug to Kira real quick. Then leads you out of the apartment building with the utmost confidence and direction in which she's going. As she walks, she gets around the edge of the wall from the World Union Tower where the ball was held, leading to that same market district that we've mentioned several times in the show. And this is the point where there's so many scents and so many people that she puts her nose back to the ground. And she stops walking so quickly and with so much confidence. And this time you can see the thinking on her face as she weaves in and out of people, goes by a stand, comes back around. After a bit, she leads you around the wall to the gate of the Divinity District. She stops and looks up at it and then looks at you and nods.
And here? Why would they go here? Okay. With the gate of the Divinity District, is it like a thing you have to knock on, or you just walk in? And it's like, I'm here, I'm in the Divinity District.
It is an open, very, very large open archway. I say gate, and gate's really not the right word, but there is a gate there that could be closed if needed, mainly for security purposes in case, bad things happen.
Kind of like the Ishtar Gate of Babylon sort of deal?
Yeah, exactly. And there are a plaque on each side, and the Divinity District's official name, although people a lot of times just refer to the Divinity District, as you've heard around town, but the official district name is the Sacred Springs. And above the gate in this wall, as you've seen throughout the rest of the city, is indeed the aqueducts, and this one being one of the largest because it runs directly from the extremely tall and large lighthouse that overlooks the city that is within the Sacred Springs.
Whoa. This is beautiful. Can you pick up where they went from here?
Lou takes a hesitant step or two through the gate, and her eyebrows furrow, and she kind of shakes her head a bit, and you see almost a shiver goes through her body. And she looks at you and shakes her head no.
I would like to use my band of Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I'm going to use a charge of that. What's going on, Lou?
Their scent's gone.
What?
And as she looks at you, who has not stepped through yet, and she says, "Oh, and also the air's just different here. It's called the Sacred Springs for a reason, I think."
What do you get?
I mean, it's warm and inviting, and just, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with the divine, but it's just different. I wasn't ready for it.
You're okay, though?
Yeah, I'm okay. She seems kind of lost in thought.
What you thinking?
I mean, their scent wouldn't just disappear.
It shouldn't, no. I mean, someone cleansed it. Do you think?
Oh, I'm almost wondering if there's a constant cleansing going here.
That would make sense. Well, we know they went in here, and you don't sense that it went back out?
Not that I could tell. The track's fairly, recent, only some hours old, so I'm fairly confident they went in here. I mean, as you look around, there's several different springs and pools. It's very verdant and green within here, and there's a variety of different small stone and brick homes they look like homes at least, they're not, but that are in this district that all face this very large Trisancta lighthouse. I'd be willing to bet they went in there.
Well, let's go there.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
And Thalira goes in.
As you approach the lighthouse, you go up the steps to the front doors. And just as you're about to knock, you feel a slight shake in the ground.
What is that?
I don't know. That was weird.
Could I roll something to figure out what it's coming from? Either perception, nature, investigation?
I'd accept probably perception or investigation in this case.
That's a dirty 20.
You can tell that didn't seem like a naturally occurring earthquake. It didn't quite have the same kind of like depth of feel. Like if, for instance, my house sits near a train track, and when my house shakes when a train goes by, I can tell the difference between that and an earthquake, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
This seems more localized, and it felt like it was nearby.
Something heavy moved nearby.
I don't know. Let's keep going.
Yeah. What does Thalira see?
Do you knock or do you just open the door?
Oh, she knocks, yeah.
You knock, and after a moment, the door very quietly opens to a shadowed, robed figure in all white with embroidered green, like emerald green, on his robes. And you see the depiction of a sun on his chest.
Would Thalira recognize that symbol?
You are very well traveled. I would say yes.
Cool.
Probably the largest current organized religion in the world is the Temple of Celestia.
Okay.
And that would be of that.
Cool. Would she know of a proper greeting for somebody with the Temple of Celestia, or is it...
Probably not. It's...
Okay.
Yeah, any kind of like formal greetings are generally done between the actual members of the temple.
Right, yeah.
And things
Okay,
like that.
cool.
So, yeah.
Hello, I am Thalira Grimstone Eku'Lanath of the Stone Speaker clan. I'm looking for a couple people that may have come by here. There was a kyanite tiefling, has a broken horn, and a younger elf.
Oh, yes, I do believe that another member of the Trisancta did see the individuals you are talking about come through here. What a busy day for us here in the Sacred Springs. Please come with me.
Thank you.
And he opens the door, and as you step in, you see the massive opening to this lighthouse as you look up to a very large vaulted ceiling, and the first thing you notice is the little floating orbs that just slightly move around within the air here. As you take in the rest, you see made of stones, and there are intricate carvings, paintings, and such. This middle area fairly gray in color for the most part. But from multiple different areas, especially from up above, there are waterfalls of sparkling water that come down and hit pools that are at varying levels, including one down at the level you're at. And you can see there are holes in the wall where they lead out on a couple of them into aqueducts. And there's a staircase to the left that this member of the lighthouse motions you towards. I do believe there are other people here who are looking for an individual, although not the ones you had mentioned. Seems you are on a similar path.
They might have been... I'm looking for her too. We traveled together a long time ago, and the other two are my friends.
Oh, I see.
Actually, she is my friend too, but we all got separated.
May Amun-Ra help you find your missing friends. Just follow the stairwell down. Mind you, the experience down there is very different than here.
How so?
Must not know much about the Trisancta Lighthouse. This is an area that was designed to give home, as we have expanded it to others as well, to all of the different deities and religions of our universe. The 3 founding members being at the top of the lighthouse who gives light to the world, for Celestia and Amun-Ra, the Sun Dragon. This middle area is for the Anima Clerigi, and they guide souls to the afterlife, holding a belief in the balance of the world. And at the bottom is Mordmion, whose guiding principles are peace and the powers held in sleep.
As in death?
Some may view it that way.
It is a sleep of kind.
Some members view it as the eternal sleep where peace is maintained.
Things are a little different for us. I'm Goliath, but thank you. I will find them.
Yes, absolutely. If you
Thalira,
need anything.
I will say, while Thalira is saying all of this, she's mesmerized by the floating lights. She's not going to touch them. She learned that lesson with Little Light back in episode 5. Or 4, whatever. But she is absolutely mesmerized by the lights.
Lou is as well. As you look, she's eyes are sparkling as she's just watching them all, and you can see at one point it's much out of her reach given how shorter to the ground her stature is, but at one point she kind of reaches her paw up and motions towards it.
They're beautiful, aren't they? Thalira says to Lou. So it's like bear grunting.
Is your spell should still be up, right?
I think it's 10 minutes?
Yeah, I would say that's still up. Probably don't have a lot longer on it, but they're beautiful. What are they?
What are they? Thalira says to the clergy member and gestures to the floating lights.
They are lost souls. And Clarigi helps guide them, and, well, their numbers are not great. They have essentially viewed this space as a stopping point along their journeys.
Will they find a place to rest soon?
I like to think so. My belief is a bit different than the Anima Clarigis, but we accept all beliefs here, as one of the guiding principles of the Sacred Springs is that it takes many beliefs to make the world and humanity is what it is.
It is a shame for them to be left here untethered like this. I hope they find rest.
They won't stay here forever. I can assure you that.
All right. Thank you again. Lou, we should go.
Absolutely. Walking into the basement of the Tri-Sancta Lighthouse, having a different but somewhat similar feel and air about the basement of this lighthouse as the air feels dead. You see rows of beds, with a couple of them having people sleeping on them. It's dark and broody. The first thing you notice after that is opposite of the room, or rather opposite of the stairs in the room, there's a fireplace that seems to just be smoldering and a big group of people in front of it. They look official. You see the armor of some city guard, an official-looking tunic with some symbols on it, and you recognize Eric Strongheart opposite of them, speaking, looking fairly annoyed and angry, and you can see that he has several of his soldiers, his guard, about 4 or 5 of them behind him as well. And when you notice him that here, his armor is not the shiny, displayed armor that you saw at the ball where it's meant for looking good for events. The armor he's wearing looks battered and broken and dented. It doesn't look weak though. Don't mistake that. It just looks very well used.
It looks like damn good armor that's done its job and protected him.
Exactly.
Sir Strongheart.
He turns his head suddenly, and you can see radiant red in his eyes fade as he looks to you angry and then sees you and recognizes you, and he softens just a bit. Thalira, what are you doing here?
I was looking for Kaldin and Jellen. They were trying to get a scroll to potentially try to contact Maeve.
So you're looking for Maeve too? I'm glad to fucking hear it. You can join me then.
Where are we going?
These people got out of my fucking way. We're gonna continue on the trail we got.
What trail would that be?
He points behind the fireplace, and you can see that there is a dark archway. Not being able to see past it, there are glowing runes around its edges. Through there. These people with the city are trying to come shut down the illegal portal that they've had down here.
They've had a portal down here? What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm telling them they're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, because we tracked Kaldin and Jellen sent to here, and knowing them, they went through that portal. That's the shit we are trying to get to the bottom of.
And he steps back up and broadens his shoulders to the person who's in the tunic with the official symbol on it. Now, I don't know if you know who I am or what I'm capable of, and you feel the ground shake like it did a moment ago, but you best not shut that down until I come back through it. Do you understand me? and you see sweat drip down the brow of this random human man who appears just so small and sunken in at the sight of Eric doing this again. All the guards behind him, the city guards, you can see them. You can't tell if they're vibrating with anxiety of excitement of an upcoming fight, or out of fear, or maybe both. The most I can give you is a day.
We don't know where that portal goes. It might be closed.
He looks at you, Thalira, and Eric says, "We'll be fine with a day."
Then a day it is. Let's go.
Agreed. Right as he's about to step through it, he looks back. "If I'm not back through in a day, though, and you still close it, respect you doing what you have to do. But just know the weight that's going to sit on your shoulders when I find you." And he just steps through without another word.
So for the listeners who can't see Rennie typing in Zencastr chat, Yellen goes, weren't we gone for 2 days? Or I should say, Jack says this, and then Ren replies with 2 days later, maybe we needed more time, actually.
I didn't see that. That's so funny.
So, a day?
I guess we'll find out. Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
All right, it's a heist out of Undor.
This is assuming they find the right portal.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Indeed. But luckily, so as you step through the portal and end up in the room I had previously described, with 4 doorways available, he looks around, as well as his 4 guard with him look around. As you step through, Lou immediately puts her nose to the ground, and now, unfortunately, the spell having worn off, she looks up to you and nods her head forward and immediately begins walking towards the portal to the right.
Lou knows where they are. Let's follow her. Sir Strongheart, this is my friend Lou. She is, cursed. She's a halfling.
She looks like a bear to me, but we can talk about that later. Come on, y'all. Let's follow the bear. As they go through and follow you and Lou through the portal to the right, as you come out to see a large square room with a statue in the middle of, if I remember correctly, I described it as a night dragon that is almost demented looking. As you continue to walk around it, you see a small pile of bones and what's left of bodies.
What the fuck?
And Lou looks up at you again and like nods very confidently, you knowing that, she begins walking with gusto and confidence once more, like this trail is still seemingly fresh. By just a couple hours, it is a strong scent, and there doesn't seem to be much here that would mix with it to make it hard. She almost begins running at this point.
It's fresh. Let's go.
Man, this bear's good. She must have a real good scent. Come on. And you hear the clinking of armor as they all begin doing a slight jog, keeping up with you guys. As you're jogging, so you're looking for Maeve as well. You said Kaldin and Yellen were also looking.
They were, yes.
Why were you not with them? What?
I had to be at the meeting.
Administrative duties are a bitch when they get in the way. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to hear that you all are looking for her with such gusto. Admit.
Well, I have 2 promises to keep here, so 3, if we count the contract.
What do you mean?
This is probably a time to talk after we find them. But we're trying to investigate the real cause of the disappearing children. Zorel Gog is not happy their name was in the dust, and they want us to clear their name. I said I wouldn't clear a name, but I would find the truth.
Yep. All right. That's definitely a discussion for later. All right. We'll save that. Regardless, I'm glad that Maeve has friends like you. Come on. Let's pick up the pace. As you all continue on, make a couple turns, find a piece of burlap sack that was left that Kaldin and Yellen wouldn't have picked up or maybe missed. As Lou smells it and kind of points with her nose at it. What's this? Picks up the piece of burlap sack. They had her in a fucking sack. Oh man, when she comes to, they're gonna be in hell trying to fight her off.
I hope she gave them hell.
Oh, I know she did. Now it's our turn. Let's keep going. You continue on, and after a while, you come to a small room with a little bit of flickering light of a fire, shining light across the other side of the sewer. As Lou comes in, turns in, and you hear not anything of pain or fear, just a surprise kind of yelp or grunt. I don't exactly know what I would call that from a bear. But obviously with all of you right on your heels, you turn the corner and you see this room with a small fire in the middle that has what would you call the 3 sticks that can hold I don't even know what that's called, actually. I own one.
3 sticks that hold a what?
Yeah, I have a thing it's like 3 sticks that come up and a chain that drops down from the center to put over a fire so you can cook over a fire. I don't even know what that's called. It's a contraption to cook over the fire.
Yeah, it's not exactly a fire grate, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if that thing has a name. Audience, if you're listening, comment it for me so I can learn. Be the Google search for me. But you see that, you see a couple crates, and in the corner you see a small cot. And on it is a dark elf who is tied up.
I recognize that work anywhere. Kaldin was here.
You come up and you see him struggling, and then he sees you all enter the room and he stops and goes wide-eyed again.
You or me, Sir Strongheart?
By all means, be my guest.
I might be a little nicer than you, but okay. Thalira walks over, big and imposing, and moves down the gag as she says, "Which way did they go, and which way did your people take Maeve?"
I don't know. Please don't leave me here.
All right, then tell me everything you know.
This elf and a crystal tiefling came and interrogated me and left me here. They had me contact my boss, trying to find their friend. I don't know anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm useless.
Can I insight that?
Go for it. The DC is super low.
Bro is straight up pissed himself. Do you think he's telling me the truth?
That's a 23.
This dude's going through like an existential crisis right now.
Good, let him reconsider his life choices. He should join a different religion and cult.
He has no fucking clue. You're fucking useless.
I know I am.
Get a different job.
I probably should.
Okay.
Maybe it's time I really try my poetry.
What did you tell them?
They took her north in the city, more northern areas of the city, but by the sewers. That's all I know.
Sir Strongheart, do you want to try to contact his boss?
I don't think I have a way of doing that, so...
I don't think so either. Anything else you want me to ask? I don't think he has really anything. He is dumb as shit. No offense.
No, I can tell. This useless little fuck is what he is. Let's move on. I'm sure the trail is still fresh. We'll follow the trail to your friends, because if they've been moving, it means they probably have an idea.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to leave you here. I can't trust you to not follow us or hurt us.
Just don't gag me again, please.
I'll let you scream for help. Wait until you can't hear our footsteps anymore, otherwise I'm coming back.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thalira crosses her arms and, stares daggers at him.
You can tell he's not gonna disobey you whatsoever.
Cool, yeah. All right, let's go.
As you continue on, takes you the better part of an entire day, following the trail of Kaldin and Jellen, knowing that they were on the trail of Maeve. This is your best chance. But after a better part of a day, you make your way further into the sewers to the north, where it's more recent construction. Recent's a term because it's still technically true, but this is an old city, one of the oldest in the world. You can tell by the way the sewer systems and the stonework is, having to been maintained, built with limestone into the stonework to where it kind of fixes itself, but it still looks old. And you get into the newer construction areas, making sense. It's what Jellen saw when he had scryed. After a while, you take a right at a T. You travel 30, 50 feet down on the walkway next to the sewer, and Loof stops and looks at you, and eyes are wide.
I'm going to go ahead and use another charge of Speak with Animals. That isn't a good look. What's going on?
Look ahead. And as you do, you see the stonework has been upturned, some of it fallen, cracked, thrown into the sewer system. It looks like an intense fight would have happened here. You see blood splatters and drops on the ground. And you still see frozen member of the Mortifer Pactum in the river, or in the sewer, as it had frozen partially. Part of the ice had frozen to the wall, keeping it in place. As you see, the ice is slowly melting as the sewer water runs around it. So it's slowly melting it, but there's still a frozen member of the Mortifer Pactum.
Shit. Is there scent anywhere near this?
I can tell it ends here.
Okay. Thalira turns around and looks at Eric and the rest of his men. Did he bring
his men with him?
Yeah,
or is it just,
he's got four.
okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
4 of his men with him.
Lou says the scent ends here.
Looks like they put up a fight.
They put up a damn good one.
We're gonna have to use other means. All right. Well, I was gonna use this for Maeve, but this seems like the best course to find Maeve, because if they fought somebody while they were trailing her, they don't want them to find them. So if we find them, it's gonna lead to Maeve. It's the most logical sense to me. What do you think?
That's what I was thinking too.
All of his men nod their head up and down as well with you. He hands you a scroll. This better not be a waste. I really hope that your friends are as good as I think they are, as good as Maeve says they are.
They're good.
You have the likeness of your friend. You're gonna have to be the one to use this. This is a locating spell. It only works once you're in a certain vicinity. Vicinity's very wide for this one. I paid a pretty penny. But they do have to be on this plane of existence. I haven't used it to find Maeve yet, because I wasn't gonna waste it if I didn't at least know that those parameters were true.
Sir Strongheart, are you sure?
As you say that, Lou's ears prick up, and Eric also, you can see his eyes, they stop focusing on you as they now look past you and over your shoulder.
Thalira turns around.
You see a faint light, probably 150 feet down the sewer in the dark, coming around what appears to be a bend in the lines. You can't make out what anybody's saying, it's super distant, but the sound carries enough to know that there are people.
What kinds of sounds of people?
Just people talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like screaming, running people, just
No,
talking.
just people talking, and it appears to be the light as it gets lighter and lighter. Again, quite a distance away, but you get the sense that there's a couple different sources of flickering fires, and somebody might be carrying a torch, multiple people maybe. And as the light passes around the corner and the people pass into view, keep in mind this is like 150 feet away, the air around you electrifies and becomes heavy as the ground begins to vibrate. And you hear very soft from Eric, "Thalira, move out of the way."
What's going on? I'm not leaving you behind.
As this light is walking now down the path towards you, all of this happening in a short amount of time. And from this distance, it's hard to make out a lot of details. But of the men, there's one that's a little taller than most within the group. And you can see the glint of the light. And you notice that it's not glinting off of any armor. These people, there's about 5 or 6 of them. They don't have any armor, but it shines just for a moment enough for you to see the distinct feature, at least on one of their heads, seems to have a silver stripe of hair down his head. And he's wearing a suit. That's all you can make from this distance. It's not a lot to go off of. But you see a look of recognition in Eric's eyes. "Move out of the way now." As the air continues to electrify, where you start hearing crackling and you can visibly see bits of static electricity now beginning to shock through the air.
Yes, sir.
And as you move, you take notice that the ruined ground around you, the small rocks and pebbles begin to levitate and float off the ground as the ground continues to shake more and more, and the group in the distance stops, and the sound cuts out of them talking.
Can I do an insight check on this?
Go for it.
22.
Who are you inciting? Or are you just inciting the general, like, give me some details of what you're looking for.
Thalira is first looking to Eric. He recognizes something. So trying to put 2 and 2 together of what's going on, who is this person, and how much beef does it actually seem like they have?
With a 22, there's nothing to go off of to give you an idea who that might be. But you can read Eric as well as his men, and his men have all taken a ready stance, seeing Eric like this. In fact, you can actually see all of them are ready stance, but they are all fearful. And not fearful of the people in front of you, they are fearful of Eric.
Okay.
As Eric's eyes are fixed, unmoving, and you've seen the look of bloodlust before. As you're looking at him, getting this idea, Lou moves to the side with you. I'll let you speak to Lou real quick. I think that's what you're about to do.
Yep. Lou, stay back. This looks like it's going to get heated.
What the No kidding. As you're trying to study Eric and get the sense of what's going on.
And Thalira is pulling out her axe as she's saying this, by the way.
Eric's armor begins to shine in a golden red. And you watch as spectral wings come out of the back of him.
Oh, shit.
As this happens, his hair doesn't glow. It's not like he's fully going Super Saiyan. I know a lot of what I described kind of matches that.
I was thinking he's gonna have his own like Sailor Moon transformation.
His hair just begins to levitate like the pebbles and rocks around it, as in gravity seems to not affect this man in its current stature. And suddenly the ground underneath him caves in as you hear the rumble and the impact as something that's not there. It throws his men behind him off balance, and then a second impact as the entire stone structure underneath him crumbles into the sewer next to him, and he is in a blink gone as you see a streak of red lightning down the sewer. And you feel the impact as an earthquake erupts, almost throwing you off your feet. In fact, I need a dexterity saving throw as you hear screams and panic coming from down the sewer system.
So that was a 12.
Okay, well luckily Lou rolled an 18. So as you end up having to go down to one knee, trying to catch yourself, Lou manages to stay on all four, having a bit more of advantage with the lower center of gravity and as a bear. And as you catch yourself a second later, being slower, you hear the sonic boom, and you hear the yell of Eric, "Byron!"
Shit!
You feel the ground shake with an impact again, as you hear more screams and more yelling down the sewer system. And his men, once they recover, begin running after him.
Lou, whatever happens, you stay safe, okay?
One of them stopped. "No, go find Maeve. This is not a fight for you." As the rest of the guards continue running on. "No, you go find Maeve. We've never seen him like this. This is not a fight for you.
Okay.
You've got the scroll. Go find her. It's what he would want." And then he just turns and runs on.
Fuck! And Thalira looks to Lou after she gets her balance back. "We need to get away from here, and then we use the scroll."
And she nods. It's like, "Yeah, let's go. This is crazy."
Thalira will quickly look around to see what safe path they would have to get away from the main area of the fighting.
The way you came, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
the opposite direction. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
And as you're running, you hear another voice, because everything just carries through the sewer. You hear another voice kind of cut through a bit. "Oh, Eric! It's been a long time." And then you hear, "What'd you do with my daughter?"
Well, fuck! That voice seemed very chipper. Thalira, yeah, she... After getting to a place that seems like it's shockwave free or shockwave range free.
Yeah.
Quick question for you, Ren. I can't remember all of the things about that ring. You can't be tracked, can you?
You cannot initiate a telepathic conversation with me.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else with that.
I mean, there's other things, but nothing having to do with my ability to be tracked.
So then Thalira will use the scroll to track Kaldin versus Jellen.
Fantastic. You unfurl the scroll. You're able to read it, and you realize this is not... It's like an altered version of some of the more known locating spells. This looks very custom. But it gives you an incantation, and as you unfurl it, you see a small couple of components within it. They're almost like stuck to the sheet. Someone must have used some sort of adhesive. And as you say the incantation, the words on the scroll glow. You watch as the components dissolve, and the scroll itself begins to burn away. And in your head is inserted an image of down in a valley, almost... It's not quite the same, but the best description I can have to give an idea of something in the real life that would describe where this is at is down almost in a mine, how the earth is stripped away, and you have different levels, and down at the bottom is this very large open area sits a tall Gothic mansion. The image for a moment expands out, showing the city around it, and then it cuts off, and that's all you're able to see.
Okay, I have an image of where they are. It's a large mansion, stone, large columns and pillars, and flying buttresses. Why do I know that word in common?
It's actually one of the first words they teach you in common class.
Yeah, definitely.
Flying buttresses.
Quite often.
When the spell happens, does it like zoom in like the direction to go, or do you only just get that one image?
You just get that one image.
I need to get somewhere high. If I can see the lay of the land, I can figure out how to get there pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Let's get out of the sewers then. You go up into the city. There, we can find something.
That sounds good. Yeah, we'll look for like a clock tower or something.
And it takes you the remaining time of the day to be able to find a clock tower and then get up in it. But by the time you get up in it, well, I say day, it's really not a lot of day here. Mostly moonlight that you get to look from. And unfortunately, due to certain events that maybe or you may or may not have just witnessed, you feel a slight shake that feels a bit different. And as you get up into the city, you see that in the far distance there are two volcanoes, and they begin spitting ash again into the atmosphere.
Shit. It looks like we're on a timeline, Lou.
Let's hurry. And for time purposes, this is a very ancient city, as you are now in Undor. And you are able to find a clock tower that you're able to go up. You're able to get a lay of the land. It's not perfect, but it gives you some ideas. And you spend halfway into the next day searching. And you're able to find the mansion. As you and Lou approach this dark stone mansion, gargoyles and ivy cascading all around, you take the winding path down with the plumes of ash from the volcanoes in the distance darkening, blocking out the moonlight. You approach the very large double doors to this estate. As you grab a hold of the door knockers, you knock it against the door. And for a few minutes, you knock again, and as you're finishing knocking the second time, the door suddenly jerks open. It only jerks, though, that first movement, as it's a heavy door, and you can hear the unlatching as it does so. And then it slowly swings open, fully, to show a tall woman, elegant black dress, with a slit down the side. Extremely straight and glistening black hair, with very, very pale, pasty skin. As she looks down upon you, and yes, I said down, Thalira. She's about a head height taller than you.
Damn. Lady Dimitrescu here.
And as she looks down upon you with impossibly dark brown eyes. Why, hello. How may I help you?
I believe a few people I'm looking for are here.
Well, there are quite a bit of people employed at our estate. Who exactly
They would
could
not
you be
be
looking
employed.
for? Let me rephrase. We have quite a few people imprisoned within our estate. Who could you be looking for?
Thalira takes a big breath in, slowly exhales. I'm going to choose to give you another chance with that last statement. He better not be imprisoned. Kaldin and Jellen.
Kaldin and Jellen. Those names don't seem to ring a bell with me. What would they look like? Maybe I know their physical appearance.
And Thalira gives her the appearance of Kaldin describing hair, ears, elf, and Yellen, blue, crystal tiefling.
I do believe my mother said that she had some guests that were going to be incapacitated for a few days. I think I caught a glimpse of them, and one of them was blue, and yes, I do believe
Incapacitated in what way?
Oh, just taking a nice, much-needed nap, it appeared.
Okay, well then let me see them.
I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I cannot do that.
Why not? If they are your guests, surely another one won't hurt.
Well, they are my mother's guests, you see? And she has requested some privacy until they could be awoken, and I believe she said she had a deal to strike or an offer to give. I tend to stay out of my mother's dealings.
Okay, where are they?
Well, they're on the estate grounds.
Can you be a little more specific? Because I need to see them right away. You will take me to them right now.
That's just not going to be possible. You are more than welcome to wait here in our waiting area in the front of our estate here, and we'll give you a place to rest. We'll give you food. I do believe they'll probably be awake sometime on the morrow.
Kaldin! Kaldin! Kaldin!
I assure you they
Yellen!
Ma'am, excuse me. I'm so sorry. They cannot hear you. You have no need to be afraid. They are being well taken care of.
Take me to them right now. This is your last chance.
She gives the smallest movement of almost like a hip. What would you call that? Like a settling into one leg, and her hip kind of pops to the side a little bit. I can't do that. As a sly little smile comes to the corner of her mouth. I've tried telling you. They're perfectly fine. My mother is very upfront when she has more decided ways of going about her experiments, so I don't believe they're in danger.
Oh, fuck no. You are not experimenting on them.
That's what I just said. is she's not. She's very upfront.
I'd like to
you.
insight that.
Sure, go ahead and give a roll.
16.
You can tell her facial expressions haven't given much away. She's been, the only really emotion you've seen is that little sly smile. And you could tell that she didn't care if you saw it. She's very hard to read. And, I mean, there's nothing been given away from what you could tell that she's been lying at all this entire time. But you also don't know if the opposite is true. She's very hard to read.
Thalira attacks.
Okay.
She said last warning.
Okay, roll the hit and then roll me some initiative. It's going to be back and forth between me and you.
Shit.
But the initiative is just to see if you get to attack again, since I'll consider this essentially a surprise attack.
Okay.
Before she would.
That was an 18 on the die. 27.
Holy shit, yeah, that's going to hit. And what is your initiative, just so I know?
Oh, did not roll that yet. 13.
Okay, you will get another attack before she goes. Beat her by 1. The way, since it's just going to be one-on-one, me and you back and forth, when you hit, fully describe your attack and how it would go, and we'll do a little bit back and forth here. And if you have questions of surrounding and movement, feel free to ask. So
Cool. Thalira has her axe out. Morticia is talking, and Thalira's done. She just interrupts, swings, and goes for her shoulder, trying not to immediately kill, but definitely hurt severely. As she does that, axe comes down. I told you that was your last warning. Where the fuck are they?
how much damage was that?
That was... Oh shit. That was max damage. 15.
15, okay. She watches as you interrupt her as the axe cleaves into her shoulder and looks down at her shoulder as it sits there, the blood pouring down the front of her dress at this point. It is rude to interrupt. I'm trying to tell you they're safe.
I don't believe you. Where the fuck are they? And as Thalira does that, axe is coming down again and stops right at her throat.
She gives a big sigh and closes her eyes. Well, it is a mother's job to teach lessons. Do you have anything else to do with your turn?
Did you want me to roll that second hit?
You said you are going to stop at her throat?
Yeah, stop at her throat.
If you're going to stop there, then no, because you aren't hitting her.
Okay.
But if you want to actually proceed, then you can.
Sure. Could I use that as an intimidation check instead?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. I had already rolled the die. It was a 17 on the die. 22.
22. Okay. The answer doesn't change. I do see you mean business, and you seem strong, but I'm afraid a mother's job is to teach lessons. I tried giving you the easy way out. You're more than welcome to sit and stay, and that offer will remain on the table, but it seems I must teach you first. Are you good if I start her turn?
Yep, that was my turn.
Okay. She will then, in the blink of an eye, with both arms, will raise her open fist like a claw and rake them up your body, one at a time.
Shit.
As it's doing so, you see that her nails have extended out and sharpened. Let me roll to hit. Man, I'm rolling really bad. First one is a 14.
Nope.
Second one's even worse. A 9.
Oof.
Describe how you would dodge this, or if they would just bounce off your armor.
Oh yeah, Thalira looks at it, it just leans her armor into it. You haven't seen anything yet.
We'll see about that. And then she will open her mouth and cast poison spray out her mouth.
Oh shit.
Directly in your face. Constitution saving throw. DC 17.
Not a problem. That is a 22 to save, and Thalira is resistant to poison damage.
Shit. Okay. Nice. And with that, you don't even take half damage. So how do you brush the poison directly to your face off? Like, I gotta know. I mean, she's directly in your face, and she just opens her mouth and just sprays poison out. How's Thalira just brush this off?
Thalira looks at it as the poison is coming at her face, and she just goes, like, exhales through her nose. And, like, it looks like it's annoying, like, you got pollen to your face or something, and sneezes. Was that supposed to hurt?
Alrighty then. She will stay right there in the doorway.
Cool. Thalira is going to use her bonus action to turn into Giant Lady.
Okay.
For my first attack, I would like to grapple.
Okay. Go for it. It is contested strength, if I remember correctly, right?
That it is.
Oh my god. I have not rolled over a 10. This is a 2 before modifiers.
I don't know if she can succeed, because even if I roll a nat 1, it's a 10.
Yeah, you won that. you won that.
Cool. Thalira grabs her as you said she's standing at the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thalira grabs her by her neck, throws her up against the door. Where are they?
She just looks down at you, again, still not showing emotion whatsoever yet. I told you, my mother cannot be interrupted. Why can you please just not wait? We'll give you food, we'll give you lodging.
With her throwing her up against the door, would you do that as an attack or an intimidation?
Either, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be good with either.
Because I'm kind of thinking using the door as an improvised weapon, cracking her head against it.
Absolutely, roll some damage. I am good with that.
Cool. I will need to roll to see if I throw her hard enough. 16?
Yep, that is
Cool.
hard enough.
And improvised weapon would be 14. 14 total damage.
14, good lord. That's insane for an improvised weapon attack.
I have Tavern Brawler.
Very nice. As you slam her up against the door, her head reels back and smacks against it as well, and you can loudly hear the impact that it makes. A little bit of blood trickles down the back of her head and across her shoulder as well, into the already gaping wound in her shoulder. Well, that hurt. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. She will use her legendary action, Entangling Wither and Bloom.
Ooh.
And that's going to be a 24 to hit. Finally rolled good. Or
That
at least I rolled decent.
barely hits.
Dang, your AC gets that high when you're big?
Actually, that doesn't even count big. My AC is 23.
I didn't realize your AC was so high.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you stand there holding her, underneath you, a massive spike growth of black roses grows immediately out of the ground beneath you, wrapping around you as the spikes burrow their way between the gaps in your armor, finding their way as you are now wrapped in black rose viney thorns. And they pull you down to the ground, down to a knee. At the start of every one of your turns, you can do a strength saving throw to attempt to get out of this DC 17. Shouldn't be hard for you. But also at the start of every turn, you will take 46 necrotic damage, and half of that can either go to her or a creature she picks within range.
Oh, shit.
It will continue every turn until you save, or she drops.
Shit. All right.
And she will increase the size of these thorny vines around you using Druid Craft.
Oh,
as
fuck.
they become massive and around 15, 20 feet tall and about 3 feet wide. As you are now entangled in a giant thicket of black roses. You will take 10 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and she will heal 5.
As the vines come up into, through Thalira's armor and start constricting, Thalira grunts out, and she fucking bashes Morticia in the face with her shield.
Hell yeah, I love it. Hell yeah.
21 to hit.
Okay.
Not as good of damage this time. That is 9 for Thalira's second attack. I'm going to once again hit with my shield. Another 21 to hit. As she comes down with her shield, fiery shackles erupt from it, holding Morticia's neck up against the door, also with hands and feet. 11 total damage.
As the fire erupts, shackling her to the door. You are more powerful than I gave you credit for. I guess I better end this quickly. She will now drop concentration on the Entangling Wither and Bloom, because Druidcraft was casted on it, it does not disappear. And she will then cast Transport via Plants. Underneath you, it breaks apart and a portal opens up. And as you look around, you are falling from the top branches of the great tree of Nuna, looking across the forest in Vior as far as the eye can see.
Oh, fuck. No save or anything?
I'll give you a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will get you half damage as you try to slow down your descent on the branches of the great tree. You take half of 65 bludgeoning damage.
That's not as bad as it could have been. Holy shit.
The great tree of Nuna is incredibly big. Like, we're talking, if you remember the essentially the Yggdrasil, the life tree from Avatar, it's a tree like that. It is massive.
How much damage was that again?
65.
Divided by 2?
Divided by 2. I almost wonder if I should add more for hitting branches on the way down, but I'm going to say with your dexterity saving throw, you managed to use those branches well to slow down instead.
Fuck, what is she going to do now? She's going to have to, is there a way to climb it?
You make this impact on the ground, blood spurting out of your mouth and just gasping for air. You look up and she falls through the portal as well with you, but you see she has spectral wings, black as the night sky.
Thalira, after she lands, all of the air has been slammed out of her lungs. She wheezes. Oh, fuck! Okay, you're fucking done. And she pulls out the longbow, knocks it, and lets an arrow fly.
All right, roll the hit.
That was an 8.
That does miss, yes.
She's gonna let loose another arrow. 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Holy shit. For 8 damage.
Somehow, by a miracle of the gods, you let loose your arrow, taking careful aim as she is flying directly down towards you, and it sails and finds a mark in her calf as you finally hear a yelp of pain out of her for the first time. You are magnificent. You just barely hear it. I mean, she's so far away. She will continue to fly down. You will get another round of attacks as she is not within spell's range yet.
Second verse, same as the first. She's gonna let loose another 2 arrows. Not 1.
Nope.
And a 2.
Oh no, as they both miss.
Yeah.
Unfortunate with how agile she is in the air. She's able to avoid them fairly easily as she finally gets within range. And she yells out, "I do think it's about time we go back home, don't you? Let's finish this." And she casts Circle of Death.
Oh! Fuck!
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nat 20.
That's insane. Let me tell you, when Thalira is motivated by a missing Kaldin, she pulls out all the stops.
Oh yeah, I told you.
Proven today. Okay, you take half of 43 damage, necrotic.
Thalira looks up at her, now basically panting, like she's in pain, she's hurt, and she cracks her neck and knocks the bow again and lets another 2 arrows fly. And now that she's within 150 feet, it's not at disadvantage. 18 to hit, and then the second one will miss.
While you're rolling damage, as the first one misses, the second one comes in too quick of a succession for her to be able to dodge out of the way as it hits her just below the damaged shoulder that you had just cleaved into her, as she winces just a bit. The fact that you are still standing is astounding. A battle of attrition, though, is my favorite.
Another 11 damage.
She will continue to fly forward 30 more feet and stop.
Is she still in the air?
She is, yes. She is now 120 feet away, exactly. And as she looks down upon you and is going to cast Spike Growth, as once again black thorny rose bushes and vines grow out all around you within a 20-foot radius, causing difficult terrain wherever you are, as well as you to take piercing damage however you would move.
Thalira holds her shield out in front of her and just starts laughing. She pulls another 2 arrows from her quiver, knocks them, because her shield is strapped, and lets them fly again.
Okay.
Another one is going to miss, and then a 16 to hit for another 7 damage.
She's looking not bloodied yet.
Fuck, okay.
I will fully tell you, that way we can play it out as far as our roles and everything, but to give an opportunity for you to take a section of time and like speed it up for the audience to make it like a She meant it. She's War of Attrition you. She's going to stay at the 120 feet. She's going to cast Eldritch Blast over and over with spike growth around you and use her legendary action every turn.
All right.
Once your arrows run out, what would you do?
Fuck! Get the fuck down here! Are you afraid or something?
It is simply smart strategy. Like I said, War of Attrition, and unfortunately, you're on the losing end. What'd you say your DC was?
23.
Perfect. I rolled a 24 and a 23 for her fifth turn of Eldritch Blast. So, and with her casting an actual spell for her Eldritch Blast, a total of 22 force damage.
She's still up. She's, at this point, going to look around for those fallen arrows.
Cool. You take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet you move.
Shit.
For the spike growth. We'll give you a total of, we'll say you moved 15 feet total so far, you think? Or you want to do it one turn at a time? Or how far would you move?
She's going to do what she can to get out.
Another 22 piercing damage.
And she goes down.
As more Eldritch Blasts are on their way to finish the job, what is going through Thalira's mind as she sits among a field of black rose thorns, bleeding out?
I'm sorry, Lou. I'm sorry, Kaldin. Jellen. Please, you have to get Maeve. You have to get Maeve. I know you can do this. I wasn't fucking strong enough.
The world goes black. As you wake up, unknowing how much time has passed, gasping for air, in the middle of the welcome area within the mansion of the cartel family, Lou, the bear, sits bawling over top of you with most of her weight sitting upon your chest. As you also look around the rest of the room, taking it in wide-eyed wonder, realizing that your life has came back to you, you see an attendant with a stainless steel serving plate with a little glowing drink as Morticia takes it and drinks it, and her whole body glows for a moment, and you can see all of her wounds immediately heal as she picks up the second little glass off of it and comes and bends over to you. Welcome back to the world of the living. Here, drink this.
Why would I trust anything you give me?
It's what I just drank, and you see how I am.
Thalira looks at Lou, nods. I'm okay. And she will drink the little glass.
You get the effects of a long rest as a warmth fills your entire body. As I told you, you're more than welcome to wait here. If you need a room for lodging, you're more than welcome to, but if you can't sleep, I do understand. If you need some food, clap 3 times and an attendant will come and take your order. Are you done? Do you understand?
Thalira just looks at Lou. I know how to win this now.
You see Lou just look at you, staring deep into you, and just shaking her head side to side, tears coming out of her eyes.
Lou, I promised Kaldin. I know how to do this now. I can do this.
And Thalira gets up and once again rolls her shoulders back, grabs her axe, and goes as she gets big.
And as the fight begins again, Morticia just... Some lessons are hard to learn, and one failure is sometimes not enough. In just a round or two of combat time, so 12 seconds in, she puts a hand out as if to stop you for just a second. I did not realize the time. I have a place to be, so I'm sorry for making it so abrupt. As you start to hear bones crack, as her torso enlarges, and the skin starts to be replaced with black scaling. Out of certain scales, it doesn't stay one scale, but rather starts to expand out into overlapping and rotating scales, starting to form scaly black roses across certain parts of her body as a tail begins to form and her face begins to extend out into a maw of a dragon. As just like her patron, she is able to take on the form similar to a night dragon. As she now stands 20 feet tall, taking up majority of the room before the 30-foot ceiling of this area as she looks down upon you. Have you learned yet?
I'm not the smartest here. I never claimed to be.
And Thalira sighs. You actually see fear in her eyes for the first time. And she goes to attack again.
As you begin to undertake the looming battle of Morticia Cartel in full form. She swipes the claw down, batting you against the now closed double doors, breaking them open and out into the courtyard in front, knocking the wind out of you, immediately cracking several ribs. As she drops the transformation, walks out the door, and then retransforms again, now out into open air. Her wings unfurl, wings of scaly rose petals. Describe to me Thalira's response as she gets up, having just taken that impact.
She wheezes out whatever remaining air is left in her lungs as she takes the impact and realizes she can't win this. And she looks to Lou with tears in her eyes and resignation.
Morticia drops the form, recognizing the look on your face, having seen it many, many times. I take it you've learned your lesson.
Fuck you.
It is a hard one to learn. You'll come to thank me for it one day.
Fuck you. And she spits.
You remind me of my daughter sometimes. Anyway, we'll be watching. As soon as my mother is done with your friends, they will be released. She turns on her heel and walks back into the house and up the stairs.
Thalira doesn't move. Not for a few minutes. She eventually goes back to her regular size of 7'6", and she rolls onto her hands and knees and pushes herself up and sits next to Lou and uses her last of her uses of her ring. Are you okay?
As Lou just sat, sitting in front of the open doorway, watching you process all of this. She was telling the truth the whole time.
I know.
I had to watch her just drag your body through a tree. Thalira, you were dead.
I wasn't strong enough.
She didn't even look phased. You are not dumb, Thalira. Could you not see that?
I wasn't strong enough.
You won't always be.
How am I supposed to protect you or Kaldin if I can't get to him?
She walks up to you and puts her paws on your knees. By making smarter decisions. Protection isn't just strength of body. Why did you keep fighting?
She kept me at a distance, and she won because she kept me at a distance. I thought if I could keep her close, I was going to... It doesn't fucking matter what I was going to do. It didn't fucking matter in the end. I thought I had a way to win.
Why did you take the fight again?
Because I thought I could keep her close. And then I might have stood a chance. And because I have a promise to keep, she was preventing me from getting to Kaldin and Jellen and then Maeve and... I'm sorry.
Understand. I need you to ask yourself, this promise that you're trying to keep, protect Kaldin, and you say Jellen and Maeve, but Kaldin's always the common denominator. Why? Why are you willing to stupidly die and not fight with your head when it comes to him?
Fuck. Lou.
You're willing to die for him, but Thalira, I don't know, being a bear makes this hard. You're not stupid, and neither am I. If you're willing to die for him, are you willing to live for me?
Lou.
Because you just looked me in the eyes, knowing you were going to lose, but convinced yourself you could win, to take another fight that was doomed to lose, just in the name of Kaldin.
Shit. I am so sorry, Lou. Gods. I don't know what to say. Of course I am. First of all, yes, of course I am. I did think that I might have a sliver of a chance to win, which is why I kept going. I stopped when I realized I couldn't.
For that, I'm glad. I don't want to live through that flashback again.
You were right, though. I was stupid.
It was pretty badass when you chained her to the door.
It was, wasn't it?
I think I saw a sliver of surprise on her face just for a second.
You should have seen when I was shooting her with my arrows. She was like 500 feet away. Didn't think I could hit her. I did.
Just next time you see that look in my eye, just take a second to think.
I will. I promise.
She goes in for a bear hug.
Thalira hugs her back.
Meanwhile, Jellen and Kaldin, you come back to consciousness in a comfy bed as you hear the whistling of someone within the room, just whistling their day away. It's a nice, happy tune as you begin to take in the room around you, and it is dark, lit by orange and red lanterns that cast shadows across the sharp fixtures of the room. You can tell you're underground. The mustiness of still air reaches your nostrils, and as you look up, there's moist stone that drips, a little bit of condensation in different parts as one lands on the forehead of Kaldin, cool as it would be in a cave. There's a dim blue light that seems to almost flicker against the wall above you, slight reflections off of the glistening of the condensation. You can recognize the light is not natural, not of any sort of fire or anything. The whistling just continuing to echo throughout the room, as the room is large, probably a 40, 50-foot ceiling. It's not square, nor does it look man-made.
Are we in the same bed, or?
No, you are not. If you were to look over, you'd see in your beds, you are in beds that are next to each other.
Oh, okay.
Do you often bring your guests to caves?
Oh. You're awake. Hello. Hello. Oh my, it's been so long. I didn't realize just how potent that spell was. Still learning a bit, you know. Experimentation as I tend to be.
What do I see? I'm perceiving the shit out of this place.
I'm really
Absolutely. Go ahead and actually, if you could both roll me perception checks so I can give you like a varied amount of potential
That's pretty good.
things.
20.
16.
Ooh, nice. I will start with Jellen, describe the things you both see, and then I'll go to just Kaldin. What you both see as you either prop your head up or you sit up, you look around and see a peculiar, or a large amount of peculiar items and fixtures and furniture, all of different styles, a lot of Gothic styled designs here, but also you see what are very obviously torture mechanisms, different kinds of tools. The blue light that I had mentioned that you look up and you see is not quite to the same brightness, as it doesn't hurt your eyes to look at it, but if you've ever seen the light of welding that's happening, it is that flashing and buzzing of some sort of light that's happening as you see. The term that comes to mind quickest to you as well as to me would be a gremlin that is actively using some sort of tool, and maybe hunched over a small table. And as you take in the room, you see a very hunched back old lady with a very pointed chin and wavy gray hair that is fairly unkept, with one spectacle, is sitting on a high stool at a table and looking over at you all. And behind her is a very large stairwell leading up to a door near the top of the opposite side of the room. And Kaldin, as you notice and you take in and look around, there are a few things you notice. One thing that your eye catches specifically looks to be maybe a backpack or some sort of contraption hanging on the wall with mechanical wings spread out from it. And the other thing that you notice and take in is not anything you visually see, but something you smell. And I'm going to DM that to you. So sorry, audience.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
I smell chloroform.
Weird.
I missed
I'm
it if you said in the description, are we tied to the beds at all, chained in any way?
You are not. You are not trying.
Okay.
You are free completely.
Fully clothed, no kinky shit.
There was no response to that.
I know, he didn't say anything. I think we might be buck-ass nude, Yellen.
I think it's
no,
about to get kinky.
I'm so sorry. No, you are completely in the same clothes that you had and weapons and everything. You have not. If you do a quick check, it doesn't seem like anything is missing.
Okay, cool. I figured that's what I would be smelling.
Are you ready for the question? Did we get a long rest? Seven
What a
days.
good question.
That's actually
That is a great
phenomenal
question, actually.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say you probably do, yeah.
Do we get a
Oh my
long
gosh,
I'd say
thank
you do.
goodness.
Yeah, I would say you definitely do, yeah.
Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Kaldin was not looking great. Mostly because of the soul that he touched, if we're being honest.
Whoops.
Look, you make one mistake.
This little light of mine.
It was so
That's so
pretty.
funny.
It was very pretty.
Okay, Kaldin like scrunches his nose up and sits up, super hesitant, still looking around. Madam Cartel, I presume.
Oh, you remember my name. It's been so long since I've seen you, darling.
The two of you know each other already.
No, not really.
Oh, just acquaintances. No, I spoke with him. Actually, I don't even think I spoke with you, did I? No, I know more of his old former benefactor. Would that be correct, Kaldin?
I wouldn't use that term.
Fair enough. Anyway, what were you all doing? Messing with our operations.
It seems you have a friend of ours. We would like her back, please.
Oh, I see. You know that girl. Poog was. I happened to have spoke with Poog a bit about his operation he was running because I had a personal interest, I believe, and I won't get into that. But regardless, what was her name? I believe it was Maeve?
Yes.
What a beautiful name. Yes, well, I may be able to help you.
What do you want?
I think that depends on exactly what you want. You must be parched. Here, let me get you a drink.
No, that's all right. And I think if anything, we just want to find our friend, and frankly, I have no interest in dealing with you.
Well, isn't that rude to show somebody who has shown you such hospitality? I've given you a bed.
Oh yes, it's
Healed
very
your
kind to
wounds.
kidnap us out of nowhere.
Well, to be fair, you were killing my family's employees.
To be fair, they attacked us first.
That's not actually true.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was.
We shot first.
Oh, I thought they were gonna jump us.
We're
Oh,
on
well.
Solo.
It definitely appeared like they were going to jump you. That would be correct.
They were trying to get the jump on us for sure.
Right.
Well, you make a good point. Okay, well, regardless, I don't owe you anything yet.
Likewise.
Because I was just doing they were just doing their job. But regardless, I could help you in your escapades to help your friend. I can surely understand the tragedy of a lost friend, but I need something out of it. Something to further my experiments, you see.
Kaldin's just glaring at her. I think he's stood up.
Why such an angry face, Kaldin? You'll ruin such perfect skin you have.
Ew. What the fuck?
Oh my.
You don't want wrinkles like an old lady like me, no.
I think we'll leave now.
Oh, you will not be leaving. No, we haven't made our deal yet. I could give you the exact directions to your friend.
What do you want?
Well, that's just a simple little thing. I just would like a future promise for rights to your dead body.
What?
It's simple. I want nothing now, but in the events that in the future you may or may not come to lose your life and soul, then I want your physical body.
Why?
Well, that is not information that you are privy to. Look around, honey. I push the boundaries of arcane knowledge in ways that the Eku'Lanaths would think me vile for.
No. No, we're gonna have zombie Kaldin.
Oh boy.
Dude, bad deal, bad deal, bad deal. There's nothing in that offer that says that they're not going to try to kill you right away so they can collect immediately.
That is true.
That is so true.
Fey logic.
So you just want a dead body? After death?
No. I want Kaldin's dead body. Now, I understand. I can see the looks on your faces. I've lived a long time. I've lived a long time.
And when she says that, you can see, like, light kind of pulse in her eyes.
I am no ignorant fool. You need guarantees. Obviously, you should know. I probably know where your friend is. But who's to say and stop me from killing you now? Surely the fact that you haven't attacked me now knows that you are not ignorant as well. You know I could kill you. Here's
I
the
think
deal.
maybe we should have a private conversation quickly, Kaldin.
Well, let me at least tell you how I would do it first. It'll sweeten the deal.
Let me at least tell you how I will kill you first.
Here's the deal. If I kill you, it ruins it. I need the soul of the body to have lived a life of their own for the experiment I have in mind, specifically Kaldin's. So it would rather be an enchantment of sorts that, 1, it would not work if I would be the one that killed you, and 2, upon death, your body just automatically teleports to that bed right there.
You might have to get in line if you want that body.
Oh, pish posh. He can't touch me.
Kaldin establishes a link with Jellen. I mean, what choice do we have?
We don't have to do this, Kaldin. I mean, I'm sure we can find Maeve.
We have to find Maeve.
It's not worth your eternal whatever she wants.
It's just a body.
It's not. Kaldin is your body. You don't know what she could do with it.
Probably nothing worse than it's been done to it before.
No, I don't think this is a good idea. And I don't think you should go through anything worse than you already have. Do you remember?
How long would it have to be dead before you took it?
Well, my thought was immediate teleportation, but, I guess if you have some requests, I would be willing to lend an ear.
Give it a week.
3 days.
5.
That's a deal. Where would you like your, let's say, tattoo?
What?
Well, like I said, I have to enchant your body.
No. No.
Oh, you just made the deal.
No. You're not putting anything on me.
Oh, honey. You said deal.
I
It's
did
too
not
late
say
now.
deal. You said deal.
You going to go back on the agreement we just had? You said 5 days. I agreed.
Both parties had not agreed yet. There was no official agreement.
Listen, it's just a small tattoo. Like a runic symbol on a shield.
What makes Kaldin's body so special? Why do you need it in particular?
Why would you be asking that?
You insisted on his body.
Say I take your deal. What then? Is it any different?
Absolutely. It's incredibly different. You're just a random crystal tiefling.
A body's a body. I've lived a life.
Kaldin's body has undergone. It's just special. Let's just say that.
Kaldin, in your head, you don't hear anything because you have a ring. I remember this time. Haha, caught myself. Ugh, so many ideas.
It's like I chose it for a reason.
I know.
This is Kaldin's deal to make and Kaldin's deal alone. It's just a small tattoo. I'll even use ink. I'm not in the torture mood this morning, so.
There's no reason for you to have to mock me.
You see her eyes kind of like look up to the corner and around, and looks like she's thinking. She raises an eyebrow and cocks her head to the side.
No, I do think that I must. Yes. We can even hide it. Put it on your buttocks if you wanted. Ha! No, surely nobody sees that.
She's not wrong. Not even he sees that. So like he stands in front of me and going, nice ass. Damn, Cal, you got a fine ass today.
I mean, he probably does, but...
He does not do that.
No, I mean, he probably has a fine ass, but...
Oh, I mean, for sure. With how much traveling we do, everyone's got fine asses.
Exactly.
Chiseled.
A chiseled ass.
Yeah, that's right, a chiseled ass.
Which is not actually very nice looking. What guarantee do we have that you'll take us to Maeve and let us all leave with our lives?
Well, I would make a guess that it'll probably take you maybe 45 minutes of walking time to get there. I'll give you a fragile crystal that if you break it, it kills me. But it has a timer, so it should deactivate about the time that you get there.
A crystal that kills you.
Oh, sure, I'll tie it to my life force. Easy business.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have so many questions. Who the fuck is she that that's an easy peasy thing? Just like, oh,
Give me the
casually,
fucking
yeah.
crystal, I'm gonna crush it now. What are you talking about? I'd take that risk. I would crush the crystal.
It's either that, listen, I could give it to you and you could kill me now, but you won't find your friend. And based on how she looked from what Poog told me, she was on death's door, just recently.
What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything. Well, Poog's side
What
of the business.
did you people do to her?
Guess you better find her to find out. I will say.
He rushes at her.
Okay. What do you just rush it like? Tackle,
he wants
attack.
to like grab her clothes. Like you're gonna grab someone's shirt and get in their face.
She does not flinch. Lets you.
What did you do to her?
The rank, just decrepit breath out of the moldy, rotten teeth in her mouth hits you in the face.
Honey, I didn't.
1d10 poison damage.
You see, in fact, as she goes to speak this, you actually see a small, like, centipede crawl out of the edge of her mouth and go down into her jacket.
Honey, I did nothing. We were asked to hold her. Well, Poog and his men were. And, well, that's an easy contract to get paid from. So, we obliged.
And what did your people do to her while she was with you?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm jealous to have had a subject.
Pushes off from her.
So about that deal.
And if she's not where you say she is? Deal's off.
Well?
No deal.
That's a good point. It'll take me a bit longer to make it, but I could make the enchantment that it only activates, once your friend's likeness has reached a vicinity.
That seems a bit too vague.
Well, that's the best I can do. I don't have her here to connect it to her soul or anything like that, but I can, similar to like ascending or scrying, where you just need like their likeness. It would same sort of components to the spell, or enchantment rather.
Or you just let us go. We'll find her on our own.
You could, but then you might not make it there, and it wouldn't be me. Surely you know where you're at by now, Kaldin.
You said you can't be the one to kill me, so we're gonna leave.
Okay. If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. But just know, he's not in his mansion.
I'm gonna roll deception, see if he's keeping a straight face right now.
Okay, go for it.
I mean, it's gonna be a good roll. I mean, the roll isn't good. It was a 2, but it was a 21.
You said you rolled a 2 and you got to a 21?
Fucking
Yes.
rogues. Reliable
Yes,
talent.
because, yeah, can't roll below a 10 for things I'm proficient in.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Well, if that doesn't faze you, then by all means, you're welcome to leave.
He glances back at Yellen.
Yellen is looking very confused currently because he can definitely sense the history between these two, but he's not like, I know what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. Kaldin, I don't know this woman, and I trust your judgment.
You really shouldn't.
I do. I don't think it'd be wise to take the deal, but I think as long as I can find you within 3 days will be fine as well. So I will leave it up to you.
If I don't take this deal, then we should probably split up for your safety.
Kaldin, I'm not leaving you.
You need to find Maeve.
We're going to find Maeve.
The entire building and structure shakes like a violent earthquake for about 3 seconds.
And Yellen looks around. Oh, we're going to die trying, I guess.
It's been periodic the last few days.
What is that? The volcanoes.
No, from what we've taken a interest in it as well, because we like to know things, and it seems more localized.
And she kind of looks directly at you, Kaldin, and gets a big smile on her face. Evil grin.
If you leave, maybe you'll find it.
If I don't take this deal, your life is in danger, being around me. And
My life is always in danger.
if both of us die, we can't find Maeve.
I mean, I suppose that's true, Kaldin, but I'm not going to just leave you to your own devices somewhere we don't know where we are.
Somewhere you don't know where we are.
We're a team, Kaldin. And I'm not letting Granny Goodness gobble you up, and I'm not gonna let angry tremors in the earth swallow you either. Does she look undead?
No.
No?
She has, no. Like, her skin isn't, dead white, like it lacks blood flow. Like, she's creepy, and she's dirty and weird, but no, not undead. In
Okay.
fact, whenever you saw the flash in her eyes, that was very opposite of undead.
Okay.
When Kaldin said that they were just gonna leave, did she stand aside or anything?
She never was in your way. She's just still sitting on her, she never moved. She's actually still sitting on her high chair, on her little stool.
Her high chair?
Yeah,
With her
she's a
bib?
short lady.
Yeah,
She is. She is like a hunchbacked and a short woman. Yeah, just hunched over on her stool over her table.
I can't do it again. I don't think I can
blame
take
you.
this deal.
I don't blame you. I don't think Maeve would blame you either.
But what if we can't find her? What if she dies because I said no?
Kaldin, we could be out of time already. It's been 2 days. Our greatest chance is getting to her now and trying to find some way to bring her back.
You can scry her.
I can try.
This is all in your guys' head, right? Just make sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nope, they're saying it out loud, and you just hear yakety sax in the background.
Oh man. She's just sitting there with just an awkward kind of grin, just wide-eyed, eyebrows raised, staring at you guys.
Kaldin, no matter what happens, I'm not leaving anyone behind. So, we find Maeve together, not at all.
I'm gonna start leaving.
Oh, so you done talking to each other in your heads now? You're leaving. You're actually leaving. You realize what's out there, what the possibilities are.
I'll have my chicken back now. Where is Yana? What did you do with her?
Oh, you mean the big hunk of meat? Oh, yeah, she's in the stable. She's fine. She's fine. But okay, if you don't want the deal, well, your loss. Tiefling. You're part of
Yes.
the Anima Clarigi, correct?
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, you've got that feel about you.
Thank you.
We deal with them a bit. Are you? I'm sure you discussed the deal together. What else would you be discussing right now?
Is Kaldin's out the door already, right?
No, the second she started talking to Yellen, he stopped. He would actually prefer to kind of position himself a little bit between her and Yellen.
Listen, with you being with the Anima Clarigi, I imagine that you're worried about his soul. I take it, correct?
I'm worried about my friend.
Well, body is just a physical material, really. Oh.
And it's still a part of him.
Agree to disagree. I was going to make a deal that I could make sure that nothing happens to the soul. Specifically, you could oversee that. If that...
It is not my place to toss around Kaldin's soul in a wager.
You sacred types always like to ruin the fun.
We're done here. And he leaves.
Toodaloo, have fun.
Good day, madam.
I said good day.
Thank you for saying it, because I didn't want to interrupt with that.
I'll always be the impulsive one with a quote.
So, as you both climb the stairs and go out the door, you go down a hallway, realizing, one, you don't exactly know how to get out of here. As you walk with confidence, you go down the hallway and into a welcoming area with a giant, massive staircase and a very large painting of the matriarch and patriarch of the cartel family above it, with two very large windows on either side. And in this area, sitting on a bench, is Lou and Thalira, patiently waiting for you.
Thalira.
Kaldin!
Thalira, are you okay?
Fucking hell, Kaldin! You're okay. Yellen, you're okay.
I mean, I think
are
we're
you
all right for the
doing
most
here?
part.
Trying to get to you.
He's gonna walk over to her and, like, reach out to her. You okay? Did they hurt you?
Where's Maeve?
He looks away. He looks kind of ashamed.
No. Where's Maeve? It's okay. Tell me what's your... Oh, fuck. And Thalira, she looks away. Kaldin has only seen her once, maybe twice. After the initial sending of what happened when we found out we couldn't get a hold of Maeve or Yellen. We couldn't find them. Or we saw Maeve and we couldn't get to Yellen.
We'll find her. We still have a tracking spell. We'll find her. She's here somewhere. Maybe.
We were told it's about a 45-minute walk, wherever she is.
How wide is your tracking spell? That's how I found you.
We could scry. The spell we have to be closer than that. Right?
How close?
Oh, I don't remember what the shopkeeper said. I think it was 500 feet, maybe. Seems a bit short.
1,000, I believe.
Okay, if you can get the picture, I can navigate too.
All right,
Probably.
Let me see if scrying can do us any good.
I have a sword still.
You mind if I use that for now? To do the scrying?
Of course.
And you're okay, Kaldin?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna scry.
While he is scrying, Lou gets off the bench and comes over and gives you a hug, Kaldin.
He hugs her back. He's looking at the door, like, a lot. Where is Kiro?
He stayed behind, just in case you came back. There are things he needs to learn there, too.
That's good. And nothing happened while you were here. You've been safe.
Eventually. I'll tell you about it later. We need to find Maeve.
Right.
Yellen, as you scry, you attempt to reach out and find Maeve's presence. With your arcane abilities, you find that the spell fails.
Let me double check what could make it fail really quickly.
We have a few ideas of what can make that fail. Thalira and I.
Then I will ask you
We've
guys.
experienced that before.
I couldn't find her.
Like it failed, or you couldn't see anything, or
It failed.
It could be she died, but...
Or she's no longer on this plane.
Exactly. That was what I was leaning towards.
If it was the Ether Crow who took her...
She's probably on a different plane.
So we have to find a rift.
Okay. Is there a way we can sense that out?
No changes in air pressure.
What is
I don't
that
know.
face you're making, Woos?
I don't know. Just curious what your solution's going to be.
That's a face of somebody who knows something, which of course you do. You're the DM.
That's the face of someone who knows we're forgetting something.
Yeah, exactly. What are we forgetting?
Not forgetting necessarily. I think you very well know it. You just don't want to do it. And that's why I'm smiling.
Okay, I have a question for the granny, I think. So I'm gonna say I have an additional question to ask the old woman. I'll be back momentarily.
Yellen,
I'll be fine, Kaldin.
I don't think you should go alone.
I don't intend to fight. What's that old saying? Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can only hurt me so far.
Words can very much hurt you.
They really can.
Well, I think it'll be all right. I'm just gonna step back inside the room.
I mean, we walked quite a ways.
Oh, I thought we just stepped right out of the thing.
You stepped out and walked down a hallway, a pretty long hallway.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
I'll go back down the
I
hallway.
would like, actually, before he walks away in his head, Yellen, please don't go in there alone. Please let me come with you.
If it will ease you, Kaldin, you can come with me.
He's gonna go with him. I don't think that's best.
I just found you. I can't let you go alone again.
We're just down the hall. I'm going to include Thalira into the
In your head.
link.
Gotcha. Okay.
Saying, I'll be right here, Thalira.
Okay. If you're not back in how long before I follow?
If we don't come back in 4 hours, then come break down.
That's
the
a
door.
long time.
It is a long time. I don't think it'll take that long at all. But
I'm giving you 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Conversation, do you think it's gonna take 4 hours? Are you gonna sex her up?
It's gonna be a debate. We're gonna debate.
It's gonna be an erection that lasts longer than. Like, that's
Oh my
that's
god.
more than emergency situation.
maybe give us like an hour, 1 hour. How long is the hallway? That'll include the time.
It's not terribly long. You're in a mansion, so I mean, probably it takes you a minute or two to walk down a wing of a mansion, you know?
Okay, all right. Yeah, so give us maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes.
You walk down the hallway, open the door, and you both walk in to the platform with the stairs to your right, overlooking what is essentially Grandma Eddie Cartel's laboratory. I think given the time, we should end the episode there. I wanted to get a little further, but regardless, audience, thank you so much for listening to another episode. Cast, that was a wild ride.
Woof.
No kidding.
The world
Yeah.
of
On that
Ae'oene
note,
is
stay
brought in
tuned.
part to you by viewers like you. Thank you.
No, I don't see us getting any donations yet.
Yeah, we need a Patreon for that first.
But don't worry, we want to have one eventually. So thank you guys for listening, and we will see you next time for episode 21. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
We would like to thank our cast, myself, Curtis Woosley, as the GM, MJ Guenther as Thalira Grimstone Eku'Lanath, Sapheara as Maeve Strongheart, Rennie Armas as Kaldin, and Jack Baldwin as Jellen and Ykalle. Additional thanks to Sentic GFX for our graphics, to MJ and Rennie here for our show editing, and our intro and outro music composed by Ryan Moons, owner-operator of Eyes on the Moon Studios.